What up, y'all? Harrison here. Welcome to the Arabian Pleb show. Bit of a special edition. I'm in Canada, Golden specifically, British Columbia, here for my sister. She's getting married in a couple of days. So I just thought I'd jump on to the YouTubes and do a quick little travel stream or recording. Because there's some interesting activity happening in the markets, particularly with gold right now, which is pretty wild, pretty historic sort of a move happening potentially anyway. Right up near the all-time highs again, and looking like it could just use the last consolidation structure as a launch pad to bust through the last all-time high and make fresh new all-time highs. So without further ado, and hang on, I must say sorry about the audio quality and the video quality. I'm just doing this off my laptop. I don't have my nice microphone and camera. That's all back home in the office, so it is what it is. But at least I'm doing this and getting it out there. Anyway, let me, without further ado. Oh, and if you like what I do, please hit the like button, leave a comment, share it around, all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. Really helps me out and helps the channel out. All right, but check this out, guys. So last time I was here, there was this pendant. And we had not yet broken out of it. I believe we had briefly broken out around here and then fell back inside. But I do distinctly remember saying that as we get closer to this apex, we're going to have some sort of resolution. It's either going to, fall to the downside or crack to the upside, and look at what we've done. We have officially broken out of this pendant consolidation structure. It is a bullish structure because the trend is your friend, as they say. This red line is the 200-day simple moving average, well above that. We've just been on a tear, on a massive trend upwards for quite a long time now. Sorry, 1 second, God. All right, sorry about that. We're back. My whole family's here, so I'm just getting messages from everybody. All good. So anyway, just trying to stay in contact and make sure everyone's all good. All right, but let me get back to this. So we were inside this pendant. So anyway, we've broken out. So now we are, I don't think this candle has closed yet, but when it does, if we close anywhere above what, if we close anywhere above $5,303.87, then it would be the second highest daily candle close of all time. And if we're able to close above $5,340.61.5, then that's a fresh all-time high. Close. That's a fresh all-time high candle close. So obviously we've got this wick here, which is intraday price action, and the intraday all-time high is $5,439.35. But highest daily candle close ever if we can get above $5,340 odd dollars. And obviously but I should state that this is all in Aussie dollars, right? And we'll jump over and have a look at US dollars soon. But yeah, just wanted to look at this because that is just beautiful, guys. Like we've been watching this, and we were saying that there's greater than a coin's flip chance, greater than a 50% chance, as stipulated by some of these market analysts that are much smarter than me, that in a bullish trend pendant consolidation pattern, the chances of it going to the upside is greater than 50%, and this is what we've done. So Could be fresh all-time highs incoming. You know, set your alerts. Anything above that $5,340 or the intraday $5,440 we're at all-time highs, so that's cool. May as well just jump over and have a look at it in US dollars, and this is even more powerful. Look at that. We gapped up, dude. We're gapping. So they had already closed. Look at that. That candle closed yesterday. 3,000, what is it? I want to get it exact, or, close to exact. $3,447.19. Highest daily candle close ever on gold. And then today we've just gapped up. Gapped up a lot. Gapped up like $30. And now we're going again. So, if we get a close up here, that'll be another fresh all-time high. Currently trading at $3,496.08 on gold to the US dollar. Let's check out silver. I am going to make this a short stream. I don't know if I mentioned that already. But if I didn't, just going to keep it a short stream because, in Canada, and I've got my fiance flying in soon too. So I just want to make sure I'm contactable and that she's all good. Dad just flown in as well, so he's all good. But yeah, silver. So let's have a look at silver in US dollars first. And we've gapped up as well. So currently trading $40.68. Pretty awesome, just marching onwards and upwards. And then let's have a look at silver in Aussie dollars, and look at that, man. It's just a steady, but steady, but what's the other descriptive word I want to use? Steady but strong march upwards. And just a couple of nice green candles in a row here. 1, 2, 3, going for four green candles in a row. $62.20 currently trading silver to the Aussie dollar. So that's fantastic. Let's jump over to my. I hope you guys could see all that. Can you see it? I don't know. I'll soon find out. It's a bit hard to tell with my setup currently, but anyway, hopefully this is not completely fruitless. What else do we want to look at quickly before I go? We want to look at the Aussie dollar, I reckon, and then the DXY. Might as well look at the Canadian dollar too, just because it's very fitting, me being over here currently. Let's have a look at the Aussie dollar, 65.441 cents, pegged against the US dollar, and this is not good. This is not what you want to see. We don't really want to see these W shapes, and we definitely do not want to see lower highs getting painted. We don't really want to see this. That's a little concerning to me. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. And then when I'm talking about the W shapes, that's just like, this sort of stuff. It's not a formal shape by any mean. I mean, if it gets to like an 886 or something, but the B point 70 on B, that's far too deep. Unless it's like a butterfly or something, but I just haven't got my information in front of me like I normally do, so I can't confirm whether it's a butterfly or not, or some other shark or something like that. But for it to be even close to some sort of a formal structure, you'd want to go a little higher to the 886. And this is all just like Fibonacci stuff, but a little bit technical, but I won't get into it right now because I'm probably not the best person to be teaching that. If you want to learn about all the technical analysis things, check out Mitch Ray TA on YouTube, I believe. Or TA with Mitch Ray. No, I think it's Mitch Ray TA. If you search Mitch Ray TA, T for Tom, A for Alpha, you'll find it, and he's the man. He's the man, dude. He's got some educational resources, and I think he does a live stream nearly every day or every other day. Let's have a look at the US dollar. Oh, and so I had this kind of three rising valleys, potentially. 3 rising valleys painted, but it doesn't look like that's gonna play out. I mean, I'll leave it here for now, and I'll maybe just readjust that a little bit, but it's looking a little choppy and shit right there, so it is what it is. Let's have a look at the Canada. Oh, Canada. So that's Canada to Aussie, $1.11. What about Aussie to Canada? Can I just... AUS, CAD. Aussie to Canada pairing? Yeah, which is basically just the chart inversed. Like, we were looking at this before, and now we're looking at this. But yeah, so about 90 cents. It's a bit shit. Better if it was par. But yeah, I don't know. Not much to write home about. Crazy dump there. It's a wild dump. Sounds like I'm talking about something else other than charts. I just want to have a look at a longer time scale just quickly. Sorry guys, sorry if this is a little bit boring, but I am in Canada currently, so this is very relevant to me. Downwards trend, not good. And that's all the data that we've got on this particular chart, but yeah, that sucks. So, well, it sucks for Aussies. Good for Canadians. Yeah, okay. Cool. Alright, that'll do for the chart. So, I think that'll probably do. I'll just have a quick look at Twitter and just see if there's anything interesting there. Oh yeah, cool, okay. I'm going to show one clip, and then I think we'll leave it at that. But I do like this clip. Okay, let's do it. Alright, it's Kerry Packer, the old Packer is the man. Let's check it out.
There are people out there who want to invest in this country, and they want to invest in it because they think it's a stable, decent country. The performance we have seen and the attempted hijackings in this company, in this performance, have taken people who I know over there who are saying, why would anyone invest in Australia? The laws get twisted and changed. The whole structure gets moved round, depending on whether they like the colour of your eyes or not. Now, if we were a little bit more worried about jobs out there and getting people to invest money into this country and getting some businesses going, instead of trying to stop people. Hillman Friedman represent a group of people in America who are committed to Pacific Rim investment. And the clients that they have are worth some hundreds of billions of dollars. And they are sitting here saying, nobody could carry on like these people. It's not possible. Now that's the damage you're doing, changing the rules every single day. And I think the people out there whose jobs have been pissed up against the wall don't thank you for it. Why do you want to change the rules again? I mean, since I grew up as a boy, I would imagine that through the parliaments of Australia, from the time I was 18, 19 years of age to now, there must be 10,000 new laws being passed. And I don't really think it's that much better place. And I'd like to make a suggestion to you, which I think would be far more useful. If you want to pass a new law, why don't you only do it when you've repealed an old one? I mean, this idea of just passing legislation, every time someone blinks is a nonsense. Nobody knows it, nobody understands it. You've got to be a lawyer. They've got books up to here. Purely and simply to do the things we used to do. And every time you pass a law, you take somebody's privileges away from them.
What the Four Corners program suggested was not that you were evading tax at all, that would have been libellous, but that you were minimising tax.
There's nothing wrong with minimising tax. I don't know anybody who doesn't minimise their tax.
And that you were doing so in ways that were contrary to the spirit of the law.
Oh. Well, I just got through telling you what I thought about that. And what you're saying is exactly what the Four Corners program says. I am not evading tax in any way, shape or form. Now, of course I am minimising my tax, and if anybody in this country doesn't minimise their tax, they want their heads read. Because as a government, I can tell you, you're not spending it that well that we should be donating extra.
Oh no, I was muted, dickhead. Okay. I was just saying, of course I agree with Kerry Packer. Sorry. I had the thing muted. Alright, I'll end it in a second. But yeah, of course I agree with Kerry Packer. Who doesn't try and minimise their tax? Taxation is theft, obviously. It's not something voluntarily done. It's taken by force at the threat of violence and locking you in the cage if you don't give over the money. If the government's so great and people think that we should be paying more money to the government for them to be able to go and spend it, then let's make it voluntary, and then you can just willfully give over your money to the government. Make taxation, well then it wouldn't be taxation at that point, but make funding the government voluntary, and let's see how many people actually do want to pay their taxes. How about that? Kerry Packer, spot on with the tax there. How bullshit all the legislation is that they keep passing. Bunch of criminals in Canberra. What else? I think that's pretty much it. May as well go have a look at some antiwar.com headlines just really quickly. I'll get over to this other screen so I can actually read it. US funded monitor, famine is occurring in Gaza. I'll just read the headlines quickly. Entire UN Security Council expect US says Gaza famine man-made. Jake Sullivan ridiculed for supporting withholding arms to Israel. Jake Sullivan ridiculed for supporting withholding arms. Well, fuck, that's one good thing Jake Sullivan might have done. Smotrich proposes annexing Gaza, cleansing the finance minister of the Israeli government, Smotrich. Genocidal maniac. IDF, starvation kill 75 more Palestinians in Gaza over 24 hours. US announces long-range missiles for Ukraine. Fucking hell. Thought Trump was going to sort that out. Doesn't look like it. He was going to stop funding Ukraine. I thought, what happened to that, Trumpy? Germans MERS, obviously be no Putin-Zelensky meeting. Euro powers trigger snapback sanctions on Iran. Israeli ground troops raid Damascus airbase. Holy shit, that's scary. Houthi, and there's not much of a Syria left anymore, is there? Like, Syria's not even a country anymore. Turkey's taken their share. Israel's taken their share. And then the Bin Ladenite head chop and psychopaths are ruling the country now. Great. Houthis, Israeli airstrike killed the Prime Minister. Ooh, that's gnarly, dude. Houthi Prime Minister killed, that's gnarly. Israel bombs Yemen's capital Sana'a for second time this week. UN to end Lebanon peacekeeper mandate in 2026. 2 Lebanese soldiers killed in Israeli drone explosion in southern Lebanon. Alright, well, yeah, not good news, but always good to check out antiwar.com if you want to stay up to date with what's actually going on in the world and what's happening with all the wars around the world, particularly in the Middle East and elsewhere, Eastern Europe. Alright, that'll do. 18 mins, as my friend Dale would say. Alright, guys. So I'm going to be in Canada for quite a while. How long am I going to be here for? I'm going to be here till I fly out on the 24th of September. So I'll try and get another couple of these in while I'm over here. It's just going to be this kind of quality. Look at my hair, dude. It's fucking out of control. Who was it? Oh, someone in the comments on one of my other videos gave me a shout out. He said he liked my voice, which is nice. Thank you very much, dude. And he said something about it's nice to hear like a more objective voice on the internet, and gave me props for making the effort to create content and put a show out there. So thank you, dude. Who was he? Actually, I better give him a shout out, eh? See who he was. Oh fuck, dude. I'm gonna butcher your name. Ron Grism. Ron Grism. Thank you for your feedback, brother. He said, "Hey man, just wanted to drop you a line of encouragement. Your tone is excellent and your accent is a bonus." Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Likes the Aussie accent. I appreciate anybody deciding to invest. Oh, Okay, I can't read it. I appreciate everybody deciding to invest time in making content with an objective worldview. I hear you reference Scott Horton and Dave Smith, which nearly always means someone is worth listening to. Keep it up, my friend. That's lovely, man. Well, thank you, Ron Gron Grism. I appreciate it, brother. And yeah, Dave Smith is the man. Someone who I really look up to and follow closely. Watch basically every one of his podcasts and any podcast appearance he ever does. He's just fantastic. And then obviously Scott Horton is just the man, dude. Like, he's just the intellectual backbone of any kind of like anti-war, right-wing libertarian type. I don't know. Some people might not want to identify as right-wing, because I do understand the argument that like that whole dichotomy, right-left dichotomy, is just fucking bullshit anyway. But I think it's useful just even like from an economic standpoint. But yeah, like any kind of like, Ludwig von Mises, Maurian Rothbard, libertarian type person. Scott Horton is, he is our intellectual fucking anti-war guy, non-interventionist type. So yeah, man, Scott Horton's a man, and absolutely right. Anybody referencing those guys, not trying to talk myself up or anything, but like if I, just from my perspective, if I find someone and they're talking about how great Scott Horton and Dave Smith are, then they are a fellow traveller. They are one of us, But then I'm with you, man. Fuck yeah, those guys are the moral compass, in terms of, what they're talking about. So, all right, thanks everyone. Peace out. Hope you have a lovely rest of the day and lovely week ahead. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.